it's kind of life-changing experience, and also it was very good that it's kind of impacted my present now, how I'm living. Yeah, so it's kind of changed how I saw things, and then how we're actually there, and also in the process, you find like, okay, so what will I do then? And also you might have some questions on how things works, and then you find them and you see them how they work, because we had chances to meet other people outside of the school, like who are now in colleges, how they do things. And sometimes, thanks to my teacher, he had these stories, like in the class you'll be learning about something, and then he'll just give you stories about how things work. How were they then, and how are they now? So at some point you can oversee them, how they'll be in the future. Yeah. So it kind of made me mechanical already, or technical already. Yeah. So it was a good one. But
is it at this point where you start now writing code, or
no?
Just after, yeah.
So funny thing, before finishing primary school, I've never touched a computer. And I remember like when I was in Form 1, I found a friend, like in school we were using computers, like in pre-Form 1, right? So we are learning like computer applications, Microsoft Word, Excel. So, but I've never saw a laptop. Okay, so there's this friend came with the advanced calculator.
Yes.
That one had multiple keyboards and everything. So
calculator,
in my mind, I thought that one was a laptop. It was like, okay,
Raymond.
So okay, it was not working.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I was like, okay, so if I find a battery to replace this, I'll be owning laptop. And he sold me that one.
As a laptop?
As a laptop.
How much was it?
It was 2,000.
This is in Bear?
No, Pre-Form 1 in Dar es Salaam now.
Oh, in Dar es Salaam, okay.
Yeah, Pre-Form 1 it took in Dar es Salaam. It was 3 months.
You said how much did he sell that to you? How much did he sell the
2,000
US dollars or Kenya shillings? Or
Tanzania shillings.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was not working. He said like the battery died. So you have to go and find another battery.
But it was broken, right?
So then I went and bought another battery for 1,000. So sum up is 3,000. And then finding out it was a calculator. And I was, okay, now I need to learn about computers.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting perspective towards computers, yeah.
Yes. So I went to, like, in secondary school, there was this computer lab, but it was never being used for students to study. So
what were they using it for?
There's just for teachers to prepare like papers for exams and other stuffs. Yeah. So then, like, after I finished secondary school, I was just this kid, like in the life of school, I was this stubborn kid who in the first time got exposed to the freedom. Okay, so like you now can decide what you wear, you can decide who you can speak to, you can decide which time you're sleeping, and also you can just decide to skip classes, and though you'll be beaten, but nobody will know unless teachers know, right? Okay, so after now I am finishing secondary school, we have like after exam this class, or can I say a meeting, where like the discipline master and academic master come and meet the graduating class, and then say like can I say graces, like the wisdoms.
Yes.
So guys, now you're finishing school.
More like advice,
and
motivation,
advice. So you're finishing school, and you guys are techie, right? You're not a lot of technical. So we have this experience for students who are coming from technical schools and going to advanced secondary school, have poor performance. Like compared to students who will come from technical schools and then go for diploma, like for technical colleges. So I suggest all of you, if you are interested, just go for diploma, because that is where your future belongs. Okay, and then they handed us the papers where you feel, okay, what is your first choice? Go to advanced. If it's advanced, which is school, And but then we had a time to review our different schools, how they perform and everything.
Yeah.
So from my stubbornness and like skipping classes, I had poor performance. So I was this kind of a kid who didn't have notes like for 6 months. I didn't, even if I'm in class, just sleeping, doing some other things while teachers teaching, except those technical classes.
Yeah.
Or just be there and do everything, have every book. Okay. But after now that meeting, it's kind of being opened the mind. Now there's the future.
Yes.
Now what am I going to do? Right?
Yeah.
So after school, like I've already finished the exams, waiting for results.
Yeah.
I'm going back home. Okay. So my mom now have hopes. My mom is a teacher, right?
Yeah.
So she have this mindset like my kid.
Is it high school teacher, primary school?
It's a primary school. She's a primary school.
Okay.
So she has this mindset like my kid has finished secondary school, so she'll have pass grades, and then she'll go for high school. Okay.
Yeah.
Just go to this very good high school and do these wonderful things. Maybe become a doctor or something. It's like that wishes. And then I come back home, be like, Mom, I want to be going for advanced. Like, what? Like, yeah, I won't be going for advanced. Rather
Had you received the result or?
Before the
you were waiting
results,
for the results.
We were waiting.
But already you had made your mind that.
I made my mind.
Yeah.
Because after exam, how your results will come out, right? And also like you have met with different peoples who you have had that kind of oversee how you will perform and where will you be, like where your future belongs. Not that like all of it, but at some point you have that belief. If I go there, I will pass.
Yeah.
Right. And also in my list of friends were like, okay, that time that now you have a smartphone where you can connect with people and then you can discuss.
Yeah.
So guys, like in the list of friends, which college do we apply for and where do we go to? And my mom was like pressuring, now you have to go to pre-advance, like go and prepare yourself. And I was like, no, mom, let's wait for results.
Yeah.
And then results came.
Are you the only kid or there are other siblings?
To my mom, I'm the only kid.
Okay.
And also, so that's why I'm living with her.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like this kind of an eye, which if it
a
just
spoiled
got
kid,
poked, not a spoiled kid. No.
But you're very important to your mom.
Yeah. I've had this. Can I say good and bad experiences with my mom? So I can say I was spoiled because I had this beat, like the hoops. They were like, whoa.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so after like the results, the passes were good. Like I can choose maybe let's say to go to advance or go to technical school. College.
Yes.
And my mom was like, okay, now you're going for advanced. No, mom, I'm going for technical. Okay, so if you're going for college, then you're going to study education so that you become a teacher. I'm like, no.
Why didn't you?
I didn't know why. So then, after I saw my mom now pressuring. I was afraid like she might apply a school for me. So that now
and you have no choice.
I had no choice. So what I did, I remember, I don't know what the lie I told her. She gave me 30,000. And then I used that. Back then, there is this system of NACTE where if you pay 10K, you can apply 4 colleges. 20, you can apply 8. There is education, science, and leadership or business, something like that.
Yeah.
So then I paid 30K.
Yeah.
And then I can say I gambled it into education. I chose.
So it's more like betting, yeah.
Yeah, I chose business. Like first, technical. Second, was it science and business or something? But I applied to almost 12 different colleges with different variety of courses, but I don't remember them.
Yeah,
and some of them I've never even heard. Okay, so I went back to school so that I can take my result slips. so that I can come back home so that my mom can either proceed with other processes, let's say to apply for advance or something for a private school.
Yeah.
But I have lied to her and I've took that 30K and applied for college, right? So after a month, results came. I was chosen to join for certificate of ICT.
That's a diploma or certificate?
It's there's the diploma of 3 years, or you study certificate 1 year if you applied for private. Okay. So if I was chosen was by the government, that means I would have went study 3 years diploma. Yeah. So I came with the results. Now, mom, see, that's why I didn't want to go to study education. See, now I'm going to study IT. So she didn't know what IT is.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know, like, so am I going to be a hacker, or I'm going to be that person speaking the phone like, hello, welcome to the Vodacom, or how can we help you? Customer support, kind of that.
Customer care, sorry.
I'm being a person opening computers and everything. I had that mindset. I didn't have the clue of programming and everything.
Yeah.
So then, now results are out. The application days are the process to report at college are almost there. Now, like in the requirements, it says that it was suggested by my friends. Like I have the now peer people, like we can discuss and everything.
Yeah.
They're like, now, okay, congratulations first, you have chosen to doing that program. It's very special.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you need a laptop. So I remember like my first laptop, like mom bought me, it was a Dell. It had 2 GB RAM and like 150 hard disk. It was too heavy, like heavy and metal. You know, I went and bought it myself first. Like in Kariakor, there's a market where I just go.
I know Kariakor. Yeah.
So like I bought it like for the first time. Now I have a computer. Yeah. It's 4 months prior to joining college. So I have to learn now how to use this laptop. Okay. So now I joined just a short course in just a local place where they teach about computers and things, and
more like computer studies or
computer studies, like computer applications.
Okay.
How to write things in Words, Excel, prepare documents, certificates, and everything. Kind of short computer course.
Okay.
Yeah. And combined with the kind of the experience that I had back when I joined Pre-Form 1, where we learned that thing. So now I knew what I can do. Like, I can open videos. Yeah, but I didn't know what is Windows, how to delete things, what is the recycle bin and everything. So after 2-3 months prior learning that computer application, now I knew how to use a laptop. So you remember that scientific calculator that I thought is a laptop, but now I have my own laptop.
The real one.
The real one.
Yeah,
so it's
excited
like, wow.
kid, with a toy.
I like, wow.
Yeah.
So then I joined like college now, ready for certificate.
Yes.
We're now here, like I'm in Dar es Salaam now. The college I studied is in Dar es Salaam. So primary school in Kisarawe, different environment.
Yeah.
Secondary school in Bear, different environment. Now you're in Dar es Salaam, different environment. But at some point now you are a teenager, or like so you have grown up. So I've grown up. I know how to interact with people. I know how to do things and that.
Yeah.
But my mom is kind of worried now. Like, will I be able to cope with people?
Yeah.
Will I still have those kind of fights that I had back then? Like, how will other people treat me? You know.
Yeah.
But good enough. I met with other friends now who had like in the college.
Where did you meet them? In town or?
Like in town now. Like I went to report for college, and then you find other people who are learning same thing that you are learning, right?
Yeah.
So there is certificate, there is diploma. Right now there are 3 years diploma.
Yeah.
But there is certificate, diploma, degree. Like all you are in the same campus. Yeah. Right. So and studying the same thing. Yeah. So you are interacting and exchanging minds. Yeah. So the first day I went to class, I remember there was this madam came and taught us about binary. And I was like, what? 1 plus 0 is 10. Like 1 plus 1 is 10. Since when? Like the arguments, I was this kid who had a lot of arguments, and until I make sure that I'm correct. But now I can't. It's written even in books. You go and Google it. it's true, but how? How did it turn?
Yeah.
So it was kind of like the first thing I knew about is now there is binary or there is hexadecimals. So it's kind of started being interesting thing and everything. And then we started learning about C++, how you can print hello, and we're like, wow. I remember 8 hours trying to write hello world program using the C++. And it worked. I remember I shouted like everyone like, what? It works. I'm a programmer now. See? So the first semester was over and I had good performance. And the second semester, like now you are like kind of finishing the certificate. So this teacher came taught us about web development like HTML, CSS and JavaScript. But from the first semester I had this, I already saw how codes are written. So then I went and Googled and started like using what W3 schools. So I had already started learning about HTML and CSS, like web development stuff. So the new thing to me was a PHP and SQL. So the teacher like came like when he was coming into class, like teaching and recommending online things. But I can say the class was kind of lazy.
Okay. What do you mean by lazy?
Lazy, like other people's, like in the class, it's a computer class.
Yes.
So there's internet connection. But instead of learning, other people's are just going online and maybe looking for movies, downloading torrents, you know. It's free internet. Come on, what am I going to do? Yeah, but for me, I was kind of making sure, like, if it's an exercise, I do it. If it's something like I observe, I kind of brainstorm. And
so you say you're a bit disciplined, you know, you could do the right thing at the right time.
So I remember then, like, teacher kind of was disappointed. And then she had to make sure, like, I teach my fellows before he comes to class so that they can be in the same. So, well, I love to teach.
And you are a son of a teacher.
And I was like, wow, okay, now I can teach others. So they can learn from me. And I was like, okay, it's kind of good when you're in a class where you speak the same language. So I found it kind of my responsibility to make sure that when I say HTML tag, other people know what I'm speaking. So then there's this interest that you have, like you need to know more so that even another person comes and asks you about something and then you can answer it perfectly.
True.
But I found that very difficult that at some point in the campus there, I had friends, like I'll be with my computer doing some coding and everything. And then I'll find maybe a difficulty. Let's say the first difficulty I had was converting the password. So that when you save it in the database, you have to encrypt it, right?
Yes.
So I don't know how to do it.
Hashing it out.
Like hashing. But I didn't know what is hash. I remember there's SHA, MD5. I don't know how to implement it. So what was I creating? I had this idea, like we have groups online where we share materials. There's this kind of wiki groups where you can have experts answering questions and everything. So and then thought to create kind of a social media for students where other people will be asking questions and others will be coming to post answers. So kind of interacting. And also I found like I was the only person in the college where I had interest in my level, in my class, who had the interest in programming. But I don't know how many other people out there are looking for the same stuff that I'm looking. But what if we had that kind of meeting place where we can be interacting with other peoples? And I had friends who were ready for me to teach them, right? And they need materials. Where can they be going and find those, right? And the other peoples who were ready to study, but they don't know how. So then I had the idea to create that, what I was creating. Okay. So like you know, like the first lame codes that you don't even know indenting and everything. So funny thing, after I finished certificate, there are a lot of I had a lot of friends studying IT also, but a lot of them were thinking that I was studying bachelor.
with the experience of even
like
teaching other
with,
guys.
asking questions, interacting with them and everything.
Yeah.
So then I was like, I think this is good for me.
Mm.
But apart from programming now, back in school, in secondary school, I had 2 friends.
Yeah.
Okay. They were so into music, like rapping and everything, going to concerts and everything. So in vibing with them, I also got involved into music. So I was
so
kind
did you
of
start
writing,
singing?
writing,
Yeah.
writing and everything, kind of downloading
beats, instrumentals.
Instrumentals and creating beats. And then in college, I met other friends who are studying different courses where they are doing same thing. So I'm like, okay, now I'm going to be a producer. But now I studied coding. I was like, being a producer is not my thing now. This is my thing.
Yeah.
So when you're in the music, you're kind of finding like the official name. Okay.
What did they call
I
you?
was just calling myself Al Classic.
I remember. Al Classic. Yeah.
Al Classic.
Yeah.
But
did
now,
you rap? You did rap.
I did
Anything
rap.
that is still memorable? Or maybe a few bars. I have some instrumentals.
No. I wasn't that good.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just kind of this person who just writes for fun and then gives friends who even they listen like to hype you like, oh, this is so good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So studying programming.
But interestingly, Raymond, I found out that most good engineers are also artists in one way or the other. And also you can create music using code now using it's called what, Sonic Pi. It's written in Ruby. Yes. So you can check it out on your own time and see if you can start. Actually, we'll do a hackathon before end of this year about Sonic Pi back in Nairobi. To see if we can get developers also to advance that, because you see, with that we can do a lot of creativity around it and even change the music. Maybe we should have Afrobeats in that Sonic Pi or something. In terms of code, and also distribution is easier. It's like streaming. Streaming changed music, right? We were talking yesterday whereby we were discussing big artists that given up on music until streaming came in, and streaming basically is code, is lines of codes. It's technology. So you can see the relations, right? I can go on and on because there are other examples like people who build good machines. They're also artists. They happen to be engineers. Yeah, so don't feel like you are lost. You're just in the same path that you're finding yourself. Yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, so like I felt like, okay, now I need a name, like kind of that name. And also like studying certificate, I studied about graphics and everything. So kind of this graphic designer who had this designing logos and everything. And also I have friends who were designers, like creators of things. So I kind of in blending, and if you have a friend, like in 2 weeks, I adapt.
Yeah, so you are trying to run, to learn everything.
Yeah. So I was kind of multitasking, doing things.
Yeah.
So I was like, now, if I start a company, how will I go? They were like, Phil. I had a friend who started just calling me Phil, but with PH. So I was like, Phil, but a program. Oh, I am a programmer now. So that was like name, I do use even right now in my social medias and everything.
Okay.
So then I had also friends who were hyping like, okay, now you're a programmer, and other people's like who were thinking that I studying bachelor, and they gave me the impression that I was so good enough to be compared with other experts,
Yeah.
So then I kind of had interest now to learn more, and I was looking for new challenges. So I also had the time, I had to advance from certificate now to diploma. So I had to find another institution which like I can meet other people's, and also I can I can do more things and also learn more things. The more you connect with people's, the more you learn new things.
True.
Yeah.
So this is where you started the community, or?
No, like right there is where now I learn about programming. Yes. So I came back home, and my mom was
that
like,
is after certificate.
After certificate,
okay.
Came back home. I have my computer, and my mom is like, so my son, you're in college. What were you studying again? Like IT. So you'll be creating computers? I'd be like, yeah. So can you fix my phone? Like, no, ma. I'm not kind of an IT.
I mean, that's interesting because most of the African moms or even friends of your moms, when you say you're doing anything to do with, computing, software engineering, they think you fix computers and phones and fridge and smart TVs. And that's electronic engineering, not the computing. Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
So, and then after I told her, no, mom, listen, I don't think if that place that I'm studying, it's perfect.
Yeah.
So I think to change the environment.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go? I told her, and then they were like, okay, cool. I don't know. You just do you. You see, you didn't want to go my way, like education. You wanna go your way. Okay, now just do it. Just do it. How will we do? Okay, just do it. So then I applied to another institution. So where I met different people who are doing
Which school was this?
It's a college.
Okay.
University of Dar es Salaam.
Okay.
Yeah. So I went.
Is it the one that is somewhere Mlimani, somewhere there?
Yes.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
nice.
So there is where I met friends who we can speak the same language without thinking which level are you, and then I can just speak code, okay, show me, I have this problem, show me, you can fix stuffs and everything. Also they had hubs, and where now we have communities of students who are doing some new kind of stuffs. And I remember I brought the idea that I had back in my certificate. I brought it in the diploma, and also I pitched it in front of friends and teachers. They were like, wow, that's interesting. We can make it business, And then I was like, I met some friends who was like, if you be outside, if maybe you're in US or something, this could be a very $1 million idea. But, Tanzania...
Nothing is happening here.
You don't have that experience.
And was it true?
No, it brought. I was like, it brought.
They don't believe you
brought
can
me
do
down.
something in Tanzania.
So it brought me down.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I will not focus.
Yeah.
Let me just keep learning now.
Yeah.
Let me keep learning.
Yeah.
So 2018 now, in my first year of diploma. My first year of diploma, now going to my second year of diploma, there was no going for practical training. So I had to find things of doing myself.